Hello folks, welcome to Fastest Play. Today I'm going to show you video cuts on how we started getting baby tortoises as pets and a fast run through on how we did the setup on their enclosure. I went to the pet shop and selected an 8-month-old female Greek tortoise. The one I'm holding with my left hand kind of looked like a Sulcata tortoise, so I asked the handler since I wasn't so knowledgeable at that time. Turns out both of them are Greek tortoise. I went for the smaller one. Now for its first enclosure, we started with a plastic container and we filled it up with soil. We used a cup to serve as its hiding place and a saucer for the water. But after having it for 5 days, we noticed that the baby Greek tortoise is not eating any food. So upon doing proper research and purchasing a UVB light bulb, this is the result. But at least our new pet is now having a good time. Of course, we're not just going to keep it in a small container. We're going to have a custom-built terrarium, which will provide them a good habitat and give us and our house guests a good view at these beautiful creatures. So I drew a plan on how the enclosure should look like and went to a carpentry shop. After buying some materials, now we can set up the terrarium. Here we have a bag of soil, pebbles, medium and small, a broken tile, a new hiding spot, and some coconut husk. So we installed two E73 ceiling type bulb holders for our UVB light and one for the ordinary lighting. Here is the setup process. Now, after so much work This is how our terrarium looks like. After 5 minutes of adjustment in her new enclosure, our baby Greek tortoise is now very much at home. Within a month, I bought another tortoise to add to our enclosure. This is what we originally wanted, but because of the shortage in supply and high prices, I had to search really hard. Luckily, I found one. A baby male sulcata was delivered to my doorstep through an online transaction. Sulcata tortoises are magnificent creatures. Upon checking on its tail and seeing its belly structure, this one is definitely a male. Thanks to the online pet shop, the one I got is perfect. There are no signs of any type of deformities. It has perfect roundness to it, and compared to other baby sulcatas, this one shell has lighter color to it, which makes it look really good. Not only that, the spurs on its legs seem to make it look like a dinosaur, so I think the idea of having a baby dinosaur in your home seems pretty cool. According to the research that I read, sulcatas like to socialize. Unlike the Greek tortoise, this one doesn't hide inside its shell too much. When I held it in my hand for the very first time, like the Greek tortoise, this newcomer did not eat on its new home, though that's not an issue since baby tortoises still feeds off nutrients from its yolk sac. That's just recently disappeared underneath its belly through roughly 2 to 7 weeks upon hatching. At first, they are quite afraid of each other. We suspected that it's probably because they are of different breeds. However, 1 week has passed and they became best pals. Now, this is how the enclosure looks like after 2 weeks of having both of them. We did a little bit of rearrangements around the terrarium with no major changes. As pet owners, we are planning to provide a better environment inside the enclosure, so we'll definitely do a lot of rearrangements and shoot a part 2 of this video, but that one would be a lot shorter. Now, if you like what you're seeing in my channel, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe. Thank you for watching Fastest Play.